Happy Halloween, everyone! Well, we finally made it. We finally made it to the 31st night after so many spooky reviews. We reviewed a variety of stuff this year, from Mother to Has-Been Hotel to Twin Peaks to pretty much all of David Fincher's movies, despite the fact that he doesn't call himself a horror director. And I only reviewed one Eli Roth movie for some reason, even though he calls himself a horror director. Funny how the universe works like that. Anyway, unfortunately, I don't have a Halloween movie to review this year because, all my fucking streaming services don't have any good movies. But anyway, I thought today we'd talk about why Michael Myers is so terrifying. In 1978, one of the most famous faces in horror history made his debut on the big screen. Michael Myers influenced not only a long line of slasher villains after him, but he also changed the face of horror forever. But what is it about him that still manages to scare people today? Well, let's take a look at his first film. In Halloween 1, you don't really get much backstory with Michael's character. You just see him put on a clown mask and kill two people in the house. That's it. But that ultimately made it scarier because it shows that he doesn't do it with any sort of motivation or out of some sadistic pleasure. He just kills because he feels like he has to. But of course, someone killing for the sake of killing isn't exactly the scariest thing in the world. Not talking as you do it, however, does help add to it. Michael Myers is a silent stalker. He walks with silent feet and as he spies on his prey from afar. In fact, the only thing that really alerts his presence is the loud soundtrack, which a loud violent strike scare only lasts for a split second, but the paranoia that comes from waiting for Michael to pop up can last for a minute, and that can leave a long-lasting effect because it makes you feel just as vulnerable as the characters. But like I said, Michael kills just to kill. When Laurie Strode is running from her life from Michael, she's almost crying her eyes out because of how fearful she is for her life. Michael is clearly within earshot of this, but despite that, he still comes at her. He cannot be reasoned with words or emotions. He doesn't care how much tears his new meat sheds. He won't stop coming after you until you are dead. And that can be a lot scarier than just some madman flailing a knife around, because nothing can stop Michael. All throughout Halloween 1, you get a hint that there might be something a little more sinister about Michael, from the doctor's haunting description of him to the fact that he practically has the ability to teleport. There are several, yet very subtle signs sprinkled throughout the movie that Michael might have supernatural powers. The ending, however, completely confirms that by having him escape despite having bullets raining into his chest. Even though there are some films out there that can leave more of an emotional or psychological impact, such as The Exorcist, The Shining, and or Hereditary, Halloween 1 still manages to be very scary. To be scary because, like those three movies, it doesn't try hard to be. In fact, a lot of the scary moments in this film are very subtle. They can be as subtle as Michael watching the character from afar, to him and somehow getting inside, to the extent of his abilities. All of these play a big factor as to why so many people are afraid of him. Even him just being there is scary on its own, because you know what's in store for those who encounter him. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this homage to Michael Myers, and I hope you have a happy Halloween, and here's to another year of 31 nights.